Beautiful Friday. We're out there on the grass, just enjoying our preparation, finishing up, wrapping up the week. A great spirited day, lots of focus. The guys are just really into it, talking to each other. The communication every day has gotten better and better. Inside with Trevin, being in there with the green dot. Guys are all rallying around him, making their calls. Offensively, just continuing to, build off of the things that we're doing, and so just it feels really good to just get into some of the wrinkles and things that come to life as we start to get our schemes going.
Who are you most concerned with on the questionables about not playing?
Let's see here. They all look good. They practiced today, got out there, full participation, and finished through the practice. So feeling really good about the guys coming back to help us this week.
With Dane and Ian, you saw what you needed to kind of see to.
Yeah, they handled the load, so the goal was to get them a good 3 days to evaluate where they're at. They handled it great. They looked fantastic, and we'll follow up again with them after practice today to just kind of see how they're feeling and recovery-wise going into this weekend. And we'll give official status and all that tomorrow.
One thing about it is we have to list Dane and Ian as part of the league.
Right.
Yeah, they're on the return.
Yeah.
Did they fit in that same category as looking pretty good?
Yeah, they look fantastic. So no limitations. Again, it's just about building up that really just that armor, to stack up multiple days so we can get them back to football ready. And we'll evaluate that a little bit more this afternoon.
How important to get, even though Zavala played well,
Yeah.
to get Damian back in there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Damian was back out there practicing full. And we look great. We look like we're, back to our, original offensive line. And again, something that just slipped my mind, talking about Chandler's opportunity, he had to block Derek Brown all camp. And we talk about making us. We make us. We challenge each other. You got the matchups. Our receivers having to go against J.C. Horn all camp, fantastic player like that. Derek Clowney on the edge, just different matchups all across the board, Shy and Austin challenging each other. So I was just thinking about that. I failed to mention, just thinking about Derek, not being with us right now, physically on the field, but, he's been around the building and connected. And I was just like, oh, man, no wonder he was ready to play when we went in there, So that's my encouragement to the guys as they come up. It's like, you've faced some really good players in practice, so this gets you ready for the games.
We've talked about it a few times this week, but your dream of dreams being very multiple.
Yeah.
Having Ian back, having the full offensive line, to be able to potentially do 11 personnel with offensive linemen, do all this type of stuff. How much, from your standpoint, how much easier does it make it to plan, at least a week out, when you have guys that you feel like everybody can do their job in that multiple?
Yeah, it's super important, and, just even the way that we've been able to use Miles and Chuba in at the same time a couple of times, just like both guys, fantastic runners, and just some of the things that Miles can do as well when he's, spread out, or even in just like our gun split back stuff, it gives us multiplicity, and the more tight ends you get up, the harder it gets with the run fits, and you start to move one guy, all of a sudden the calls change, and we can get into our core concepts, and build off of that. So I'd love to see that to progress continually that way.
How did Reem get the concussion?
Yeah, he pulled. It was on a scout team rep. He pulled, and he had a really, really hard contact there. And our credit to our training staff who recognized it immediately, and just saw something and took care of him and made necessary precautions, after that.
I know you haven't worked with Marquise Haynes before, but he was a pretty important guy in the locker room in previous years. Have you seen guys go up to him now that he's back?
Yeah, I mean, it was certainly a warm reception for him, going down the halls, saying hello to guys, staff and players as well. A guy whose reputation precedes him, just in terms of his work ethic and just the personality and character that he brings. So I was glad I met him when I first got the job in the spring, and then it was good to just see him, and I'm excited to see his progression as well. Just can we get him, game ready if we need him at some point?
How soon do you think that could happen?
I'm not sure. We got to get, today was his first practice with us, so we really need to, throw some good practice volume at him to get a feel for where he's at.
Cleve was telling us yesterday that when he got here, the 31 picture he had, and there was his father's number. Were y'all aware of that? Was that planned?
I was not aware of that. I'm just learning it now, so.
You got a couple more?
Do you have any last-second enlightenments about the Bears before going into that game?
No, I just know they have good scheme, and this is a team on the rise. Another great challenge for us, as we continue to become us. We need these challenges. We need the teams that, are starting to find their identity and personality, and the Bears certainly are. Defensively, they've been playing well, and offensively, they keep getting better every week. And so just another great challenge for us to be on our stuff.
They've won, I think, 6 or 7 games at home in a row. What makes it so hard to play at Soldier Field, do you think?
Honestly, it just comes down to the ball, So if you look at the games they've won, Caleb Williams did a great job with the ball. They happened to be at home. So you had a great chance. You got a great chance when you take care of the ball or take it away. It gives you your probability of winning goes up. So they did a good job of that at home, and we got to make sure that we take care of the ball and then we go get it.
We've seen teams blitz them a good bit. I know that's not necessarily EJ's scheme in a heavy way. Do you think you have? No, you don't want to give away the game plan, but
Yeah,
do you think
I'm going to answer this one.
personnel, though, if you wanted to blitz, do
Yeah.
you think the personnel is there for it for you guys?
We got some stuff, yeah. But again,
Personnel-wise, though, generally speaking,
yes,
good try.
maybe.
Not at all.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right. Hey, thank you.
Thank you.